Rather.
So I wasn't even gonna do. I wasn't even gonna talk about the Penguins this week because,
Yeah.
like,
How can you not though?
exactly. They only had like two games out of the whole the previous week. They went a nice little desert swing. Let's go to Vegas Saturday nights, and let's go to the War Memorial in Arizona Monday
Hey,
night.
the
So
War
what could
Memorial might be bigger, to be fair.
I think it is. I honestly think it is. War Memorial in Johnstown holds like what, a
See, it
couple
depends because
thousand?
we're also that's not legal. I shouldn't say legal, but regulation ice size though. That's the problem. Because
Oh,
I don't think it's as big. I don't think the ice is as big as it should be. If I mean I could be wrong. I've been to plenty of
okay.
games, but it looks real small compared
So
to
so um
pretty
so
dope.
you went to the game on the 15th at home against Seattle,
Where they
where
looked really good, and I was there, and they won.
they looked really
Hmm.
good.
And we were talking, and we thought, I'm going to say this, and I'm sorry if I interrupted, but I had that discussion with you that was after that game. I go, oh my gosh, you know what? There's a light at this tunnel. I felt like after that game, after talking with you and everything, it felt like they were on the right track. Like it was just a little tweak here, a little tweak there. It's going to click. Everything's going to be great. Okay. Then Vegas and that collapse. Okay. Hey, that happens. But there I am, sick, and I'm sleeping, and I had the game on, and I'm waking up little bits and pieces. And then I hear they scored on their own goal. And I go, oh, that's a bummer. And then I hear the arena goal like sound go off, and I went, that's against us. And I watched it, and I'm like, that's it. And at that point, that right there is when I went, I think it's done. I hate to be the naysayer. I hate to be like that. But it literally right there, I felt like Crosby when he's just like, what? What? I'm out. I felt that in my soul, like that I don't have, but I felt like it's over. Like I honestly thought of you when that happened. I went, I just don't think this is good.
You thought of
And
me
then things
because
happen.
they became, old and hopeless, just like me. Is that
Listen,
what you're saying? Anyway, let's go
yes.
back. Let's go back to Vegas first. Let's go back to Vegas. So
Okay.
so they carried on the goodwill and the good play from that home game against Seattle. They carried that on to Vegas, and they had a 2-0 lead going into the third period. And of course they lose 3-2.
Well, I mean, of course,
Of course.
you know.
Yeah. Which was just a mountain of suck. It was just not really. I mean, I don't want to say it's unacceptable, but dang, you got a 2-0 lead. God, I mean, and they've been doing this for like the last 3 years now,
Huh?
at least. Like, they just cannot hold a lead because they just suck defensively. Their only hope is to score more goals, and that's just pathetic. Anyway, yeah, on to air
Monday.
the barn, the closet in Arizona. I'm like, come on, can we find an arena? Where do the Suns play? Where do you have a baseball team there? Make that an outdoor game every day. It's what, 80 degrees in Arizona every day. Make it an outdoor game. This is something. Stop playing in a freaking high school gym.
I
My
mean,
goodness, people.
listen, did you see before the game they did a tour of the locker room to the arena or to the ice?
Was it a Target dressing room?
I didn't see the dressing room, so oh gosh, why do I always forget who talks in the TV? But anywho, homeboy or announcer, and he's gonna escape me. I can see his face, but anyway, he goes, "Let's do a tour," and he goes, "So they have to come from here outside under these like canopies, right? Through here, past this like wall where there's the concourse right there. And hi everyone." And then like back a row, and then they pass like another like room. I don't know what it was. And then, oh, here it is. I'm like, they just had to walk 15 minutes, man. That's the whole intermission of them
Yeah,
walking. I swear. It was
yeah,
so like
yeah.
absurd that listen, I don't care because whatever, it's getting it done. I don't, and Phoenix isn't terrible this year, I guess. Um, but I don't hate that they're playing there. But after this year, if it's any more than this is ridiculous. Like I can
It's
understand if you're
it's
building a
pathetic.
thing.
Right. If
Well,
you're building, yeah, I don't even know what they're doing. It's just
I don't think I've heard anything. If they're building something, I heard that they were trying to keep it there and they're building a stadium and they had everything and it was $5 million and blah blah blah. But like, are they really?
anyway, my goodness. So and there were out of the 50 fans in attendance, there, about 40 of them were Penguins fans. You could hear them say, "Let's go Pens." I mean, there's, you know, you know what they say about they say this about Steeler fans all the time when there's an away game. It's like Steeler fans travel well. It's like, no, bro, they live there. It's not nobody's traveling. Nobody's traveling all these places. People actually live there that are fans of the Steelers. Same thing with the Penguins. Pittsburgh people are everywhere. We dominate the world. Anyway,
Pittsburgh's so great. Why do they move? I'm just asking a question. Like,
uh
this is me because I wouldn't move. Like, I don't think I
there's
would move.
there's no job. There's it's them steel mills and that. Them steel mills are closing, so everybody had to leave town and that. Now all we got is people working at Permanis.
Hey, man, everything's better with fries on it.
I hate that place. But anyway, I don't want to go there. They screwed me one day, and I'll
Oh, no, no,
badmouth
no.
them
Now you have to
forever.
tell it because now I'm dying to know why you hate Permanis with the delightful French fries on top.
All right, so they they were promoting some beer or something like that. I don't know if they were making some beer or something like that. This was about a year ago, and they asked me, the big social media influencer, to come to Permanis and try their beer and then promote it on social media. And like, fine, whatever. This was like a Monday morning or something like that. So I took off work. I took off work for this. I go to the Permanis and they say, "What the hell are you doing here?" I'm like, "I'm here for the beer promotion." They're like, "I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Get out." I wasted a half a day. I took half a day
Did you not
vacation.
have like a message and say, hey, like, bro, was it even them or was it like a scammer?
Maybe it was a scam.
Like, I got a scammer that was like, "Hey, you won." And I'm like, "I didn't win anything. Shut up."
So, real quick, I used to run a restaurant, and one time I get a call, and it says, "Listen, a lot of members of the Steelers coaching staff and the executives, they're coming in. They're coming in. We want our own room. We want a whole bunch of bottles open, bottles of wine open. We want everything set up already for them." All right. That was just a prank. That's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one.
Anyway,
So wait, did you do
the
it? Did you do it?
I think we
Oh,
did. I mean, it seemed legit. Oh, by the way, the Jerky Boys called me one time. Do you remember the Jerky Boys?
yes. No, you so wait, hold on. First off, what was that all about? And two, I just have to state that this is a lot better than talking about the Penguins. Just
Seriously, this is way better
for
than the
a
Penguins.
second. This is
Um,
more fun.
so at this restaurant, they want to talk to the manager, which was me, and they said it was Saul. He said, "Sir, I had your dish of the stuffed peppers, and I've been on the toilet all morning. Oh, sir, oh." And I'm like, "Oh my God, is this Jerky Boys? I love you guys." And they hung up on me.
Oh.
But at first it sounded real. It's not, well, first of all, we didn't have like a stuffed pepper dish, so that was a problem. But still, it's like, at first I thought it was legit. I'm like, "Oh, hey, it's Jerky Boys. What's up, guys?" And they're like, they're
See.
anyway, that was pretty cool. I'll tell you about the time I chased a guy a mile over because he dined and dashed, and I chased him like a mile. That was an adventure. But anyway, well, let's talk hockey.
Wait. Hold on a second. I have an idea. Let's call Dubas right now, and we're gonna pretend to be a GM from any team and be like, listen, how much you selling that Malkin for?
Hello, 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 Kyle Dubas. I am the, I am the, I am the general manager of the Poughkeepsie Generals, and we would like some of your players. Um,
Just be
yeah,
like, hello, Kyle Dubas. This is me, and I just how much are you selling that Malkin
we are we we are off the rails. I, yeah, things were going okay in Arizona, and then
Yeah.
and then and you know, people are like, well, whose fault it was? Whose fault was it?
Wasn't Jari's. Wasn't Jari's fault. Wasn't
He
Jari's
wasn't
fault.
there.
He was not in. He
He was
wasn't around that goal at that point.
well, maybe it was his fault because maybe he should have stayed in there, but
Honestly, like, well, I'll go ahead. Who do you think? Whose fault do you? Who do you
it was
blame
all
on?
Malkin's. Well, it was partially Letang's fault for even trying such a stupid thing, for even having thrown such a dangerous pass. But really, it would not have gone in if Malkin didn't put it in.
Well, see, here's the thing. I feel like here's why I put it a little bit more on Letang. As I'm looking at it, I don't think Malkin fully knew that that was coming back to him. So when he was like half-heartedly one hand on the stick goofing off, went, and then he bumbled it into his own net. I feel like, one, why would you pass? And I don't know if he meant to pass it that way. I thought he was trying to pass into the corner, get stuff set up, but you didn't, bro. You should, first off, I don't even know where the puck is at all times, first off, or at least try to. And then what you knew that your goalie was rolling out. Why, bro? Why? Why that close? Why? And Crosby's reaction. Did you see that part of him just taking a stick and be like, oh, like I feel that in my soul, sir. This that reaction felt to me like, oh, it's gonna be a rough next few months.
It's going to be a rough next few years,
Yeah,
maybe.
I can't. Like that
Um,
was horrific. And that literally took the wind out of any sails that I had, to thinking, you know what? It's not that bad. They're starting to click. Everything looks great. We're just scoring for the other team now. Yeah.
it not only took the wind out of your sails, it took the wind
But
out of their sails because
they
they
were done.
basically quit after
They
that.
were, yeah.
It's very funny to look at the scoring because Jason Zucker, which is also hilarious that he scored.
Did I not
You know,
text that to you too when he scored?
we all did. We all said the same thing. I'm like, oh, great, of course he's going to score. Of
Oh,
course.
yay.
So Zucker makes it 1-0 Arizona. Lars Eller ties in the second period. Okay. Uh, some dude scores for Arizona and make it 2-1. Crosby ties it 2-2, and someone Kerfoot. That's a cool name.
That's my
Kerfoot
friend's last name.
Kerfoot makes it 3-2 Arizona. Then going into third period, and it's so funny how they have it listed here: PPG own comma en. They totally say this guy. I mean, some dude named Krause got credit for the goal, but really it
He
was
touched it last. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, I can't. I just ugh. There was a write up. It was like that's like an only time a goal like that has ever been like scored or something. It was like,
Oh no, it's happened before.
well, like it was like on a delayed penalty. It was something weird. Now, of course, I don't have. I'm sorry. Let me refresh back to my history of Penguins score on themselves and start going through what I saw. It was something stupid. I didn't catch it, but it was yeah, man, that was just terrible. That was so, so bad. It made me want to just puke. It just made me want to puke.
It's just it's you know I just don't know what to say. I don't know. The last time we talked, We're like, well, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna keep winning? Are they gonna be buyers at the deadline? What's gonna happen? Hey, remember when Duba said I'm gonna wait till the All-Star game to see how things are? And now it's like we have a collapse. And because I mean the Vegas game was a collapse, was
Mhm,
embarrassing.
mhm.
Then you go and Arizona is not that bad this year. It's they're not like horrible like they have been in previous years, but still to lose like that. Oh, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Now that has us questioning everything.
I I don't think I've ever just lost hope like that. Like like man, it was looking so good a week ago. Why? Why did it change? And of all people, Letang and Malkin, who we just had to have and who have been there for 100,000 years. They're almost as old as you, dinosaur. And like, they literally, really, really, guys. And Letang is there saying, I looked at the hockey news and I sent you the piece that I was talking about. I should know better, I guess. I guess I'll learn from that. Buddy, you are 36 years old. 37? Honey, I'm
Should we
fat and
introduce
I'm
you to the
about
game
the
of
same
hockey?
age. I know not to do that. I would never trust myself.
You're the same age as Latang.
I don't know how old is he? Is he 36 or 37?
I
He's
don't know. Oh
37. He's a
gosh.
year older than
Wow.
Crosby. So yes, I am as old as I am an old person.
Hey, I'm as old as Yager, so
But not as hot.
I
Robert's
he's
55.
he's beautiful. No, no,
He's
Yager.
like 51.
Yeah,
He's in
I'm
his
near that.
50s.
I'm near that.
Oh,
But
the juxtaposition.
the the one of the big problems is something that we knew would happen eventually, and I think it's finally happening is Malkin just sucks and he ain't got it anymore. And I don't know what to do. And I don't know what they're gonna do because I think they it's I don't
Mm.
want to use that analogy. I don't want to use
No,
an old person needed to, when you realize an old person needs to go to a nursing home analogy, but that's kind of where we're at. He's, he's accidentally running over people and he's forgetting things and
but
he accidentally
but he's been doing stupid stuff this entire time. Dumb, stupid penalties where you were like, bro, listen, there's smart penalties, there are dumb penalties, and there are penalties when you lose your head, which is far more often than it should be at the point of you're now a veteran. Now stop it. You are putting your whole team in the hole because you're like, and have to do a slash or whatever, something stupid. You don't want to back check. You haven't moved your ass more than me in like, you know, 3 damn games. Stop it. Now, here's the thing. I know that he still has it in him. I know he does. And I know that there's just some weird something's going to happen. The stars will align. Whatever happens at home fixes itself. And suddenly he's a new man for at least 20 games and he'll be scoring and everything will be perfect and everyone will be right as rain and everyone will be like, see, we made such a great, this was great. This is fantastic. We needed to keep them. It's every time you talk about somebody poorly, they do really well.
oh, we're gonna talk
Just
a lot
saying.
about a lot of people poorly tonight. Um, I don't know. I don't know. But the thing is, and I know all those penalties you're talking about. He was good for when we're on the power play, he was good for slashing somebody and evening it out, or just
Mhm.
an off just really stupid penalties in the
Yeah.
offensive zone just because he felt like smacking people around.
Which,
And
listen, use your body more. Don't be slashing around with a stick and doing stupid stuff. Move them. Move. You're a big dude. Like, he's tall. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's pretty built. Like, get in there, muscle them out, muscle them around, show them that you're there. Don't do stupid stuff that's going to get us, you know, even strength or in the hole or whatever. Like, yes, go out there, show them that you're there, but don't be doing it stupidly. He's 37. He should know better.
You would
I think
think.
he's 37.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, we knew this time would happen at some point, and I think we're at that point, and it's like, what do we do, man? Can we rely on you to be the second line center anymore? Do we need to put you at wing? Do we need to put you on the third line? I don't know. I don't know, but he's a liability right now.
Here's another problem with him, and I don't know. This is me speculating, and who the hell am I in the grand scheme of things? He's got an ego, and I feel like bump him down, it's not going to do anything better. But I do think he needs to get off that power play because I don't think he belongs on the power play at all. He has not shown me anything that screams I belong on this. Then again, there's a lot of stuff that needs to change. And listen, when your captain throws his hands in the air like Crosby did, and I know he had a stick or whatever, but it was just the defeat of your own captain. And it's Sidney Crosby, of all people, to just seem defeated. And that moment tells me that heads need to roll. I don't care. I don't care who it is. This is unacceptable to have a stacked team such as yourself. In 18, they were stacked still. And I can understand why they didn't win because they were tired after two caps. I can get that. I understand it. You have the talent. You are not clicking. Something's not right. And why have we been playing the same sort of game that we've been playing for years that isn't working? Nothing is changing like it should. Does that mean we need a new coach? Hey, I don't know. We could have had Patrick Waugh, and I'm still upset we don't have Patrick Waugh right now. He's the only ginger crazier than me. But something needs to change. And it's got to, like, Dubas saying, we'll keep an eye on things, didn't shake stuff up enough to make anything really good happen. I'm seeing stupid stuff still happen. Now, listen, I'm a armchair quarterback here at this point because, who am I? I'm not on the ice. But what is wrong? Why do you have a Norris Trophy defenseman's, two of them? Why do you have Art Ross Trophy winners there and stuff? What's going on? Why is Crosby the only one scoring? Not the only one, but you know what I'm saying? Well, and Lars Eller. But
pretty much is.
Why? Why? I'm not saying, listen, Crosby's great and I appreciate the goals, and he is the captain and he is Sidney Crosby, but it doesn't need to ride on his shoulders. Not when you have a Malkin, not when you have a Carlson and a Letang, not when you have these people who want to score and now suddenly don't. And I understand we all go through like peaks and valleys. Not saying that that's not, but what is the problem? What's the root of this? Because at this point, you gave up on the Vegas game after you're winning 2-0, and now you are only down a goal and you scored on yourself to say, yeah, we're just done. Yeah. Give us the next 5 days off.
Yeah.
Wow, I was really amped up. I'm really sorry about that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just as upset. But the thing that's so frustrating is this is the ideal scenario for a coaching change. They've done the same crap. They won't. They've done the same crap for years. Nothing has changed. And nothing's gonna change. And ideally they should say, Mike Sullivan, thank you.
Good luck in your future endeavors.
Good luck in your future endeavors. It's time, I believe it's time we part ways. That's the fancy way of saying we'll fire your ass.
The thing is even Sullivan looks done. I haven't seen the fire in his eyes. I haven't seen him drop one F-bomb in a long time. And he used to be fired up. And it makes me think that, like, are you just their friends at this point? Have you been around so long you guys are just pals and you don't want to correct anybody? What is it? Like, I understand changing a system that you've had in place for years is hard. but not as hard as losing a game that you were winning 2-0, or I don't know, being down a goal and having you're going to have a penalty, a power play. Let's score on ourselves. No, that's worse.
Here's why he's not fired up. Here's why, because he's he's given. I don't want to say he's given up, but do you think he's telling people? Do you think he's telling people like, okay, guys, when we get a power play and we pull the goalie, I want you to put it in the net. I want
No.
just like we practiced. You think he's telling them, hey guys, give up. Hey guys, stop working hard. No, he wants them to work hard. He wants them to play the right way. He always talks about play the right way. They're not. They're doing whatever the hell they want. He has lost the room and it doesn't matter. This
And
is
that I'm not someone who usually blames a coach, because the coach just tells you what to do. You still have to execute it. And I'm fine with that. But I don't know, after how many years of mediocrity with a stacked team, what are you doing? When you see everyone else blasting past you, and New Jersey is practically, Disney on ice around you because they're faster than you and you guys are slow. I'm sorry. I don't care that they're slow, and I get that they're slow, and whatever. We're all old, but nothing is changing. And if you don't have it in you and you don't trust your coach to change the way that you've been doing, then why would, oh, well, I don't think he's telling them to go score on themselves, but I'm not seeing that he has lost control. And at some point, when you lose control, you don't give a shit. It's time for a change. Somebody has to come in and rile them up. When that team, not them exactly, but when they had Johnston and they quit on him and brought Sullivan in, you saw the whole change in everything, a change in,
right.
Vision, a change in strategy and everything. The team had quit on him, and now they've quit on this one. I don't think that's right. I don't think you should quit on your team or your coach. And I feel like it's bad when you see them. I understand you. I'm going to harp on we scored on ourselves goal, but you saw they gave up. It's not like, man, we're down in the hole. Like against the Capitals, man, we lost that game, but sure as shit, did they not fight till the end? They were trying.
Yeah.
They came back. They don't care. And if you don't care, if you're that defeated, something has to change.
Something needs to change. Something needs to change.
And
And
if he's lost the room, where's Crosby at then? Where is Crosby in that room, who should also be firing those guys up? When your captain, Sidney Crosby of all people, is defeated, because I can't foresee him not being defeated. Lars Eller, you don't think he's just going to be like, hey guys, like, let's just keep on playing, even though he's like the only dude scoring goals? No, when you've lost, your captain has lost the spark in his eyes and the fire in him, that's not good.
it's pathetic. It's scary. It's sad. It's everything. And okay, what can they do? They're not gonna fire Sullivan because he's a precious baby angel, and we can't upset anybody, and he makes money, so we can't
here's
get
the
rid of
problem.
him.
Here's the bad thing. That kind of mentality is why we're stuck with Malkin. And I don't hate Malkin. I hate the way he is. And I think, listen, anytime Crosby has gotten hurt and was out, Malkin stepped up. It's like Malkin always wanted to be a captain, but he was stuck in the shadows of Crosby. And once Crosby would be like out for a bit, he would shine like no other.
Then why didn't he step up when Crosby was there? That's the maddening
That's my
thing.
problem too. And listen, I know that there is something in him that is fantastic. We've seen it. We've seen him play, and it's amazing. And the same with Letang. And I honestly would have been fine if one or both of them would have been gone. I don't care. I say that. I like them. I like them on the team. What are they doing now? Now that they got the rest of their lives, the rest of their careers locked up, what are we seeing for $6 million a pop? Which, yes, is a deal, but is it when you don't produce? I mean, I should say that was a goal and assist for Letang and Malkin in their own net the other night.
Well, the only other option is to make trades.
Can we
And
trade for a new coach? We give him Sullivan or Patrick Law.
he could be the goalie coach or something.
Listen, Patrick Law ripped the glass, tried to rip the glass out between him and another team. I forget who it was, but that was the best moment I've ever seen. Did you ever see that? First
When
off,
was
I will
that?
find it when he was coaching. I'm gonna find it and I'll send it to you after this. But he was like trying to get the other coach.
I vaguely
Patrick
remember
Law's
that.
my
I vaguely
hero.
remember that. That's a little frightening. You're just, I mean, I don't care what the situation is. Some of those coaches are ex-players and some of them are just dudes. And I don't know if I don't want an ex-athlete coming after me.
Listen, Patrick Law is crazy. I mean, he
But
has
really the only people they could get rid of are Raquel, Brian Rust, and that's pretty much it. Everyone else has a POJ, but he's only making 825,000. Ruido's making 800,000. What's that going to do? Your boy Ty Smith is making 775,000.
That's right.
Everyone else either has a full no trade clause or a modified no trade clause. So what do you? And they're right up against a cap. So
Okay.
what do you do?
Think of this though: modified no trade and everything. They can still give. Is that the one where they can still give you like, hey, listen, we want 10 teams you would actually go play for?
Right.
So they look at them and they can say, hey, listen, my own teammates are scoring on us right now, and I'm not. This is not a place I want to be. I don't believe in my coach. I don't believe in this system. Some of them might want out, and I hate to think that because that's never a good thing to think.
Can we please have some players that don't score on their own goals? Can we? Cause here, have we ever considered? And this is the other real possibility. Has Malkin been compromised by the Russians? And has he become a double agent? Has he been compromised by the Philadelphia Flyers? And is
No,
he
I
now
the Capitals.
intentionally
Him and what's his Ovechkin?
Ovechkin? Maybe they're like hypnotizing him. Maybe there's a
Maybe
mind control
Putin is
device.
giving him money.
Uh-huh. 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 I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking that could happen. That could happen. It's all coming together.
That's terrible. You hate to see Rust go. Rust is actually
All right. All right. I'm tired of this. Yeah, I'm tired of we
okay.
can't let him go. We can't
I
let
don't
him
listen.
go. We need to do something.
The ship is sinking. I understand, but it's not like let's blow it up and just be done. We want to
Maybe
kind of
we
have
should
some sort of
say
thing.
that.
Well, and in that case, then get rid of Sullivan and get rid of Malkin. I don't give a shit. This dude should have never been signed in the first place. I don't care. I'll say it. I'll be the horrible person. Listen, I'm glad he's on my team and not another team, but I don't like him. I don't like how he is. It's just ridiculous. But regardless, now that we're stuck with him, then get rid of Sullivan. You're saying right now it's a sinking ship. Let's just start tossing people off. Let's start with the top.
Right. The decision was made to keep Malkin and Letang. And when that decision was made, then we basically have gone into
because they have mortgaged the future for now.
It's not a hockey team, it's a museum. It's like, oh, look at all those old people that
maybe on February the 18th, Yager can lace it up one more time. What the hell for league
minimum?
Sure,
why not?
He'd probably do better than Raquel.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
Actually, didn't he score the other day?
Maybe Raquel.
He might have scored or he got like a really good assist. I mean, I can't like dog. Hey man, when they're getting points, can't dog.
He can go. I don't care. I'm tired of this. But
well, I mean, I could give you the list. I could go through and I would chop off a lot. But what are you going to get? What can you get? Who are the options right now?
And that's the thing. It's like, but the makeup of the team is not right. Ideal scenario, you have Crosby, Malkin, Letang, Carlson, maybe Gensel, who else? And then you surround them by people that actually, I don't know, do stuff. And right now, and they've been this way for a while now, they've been surrounded by garbage. And maybe they just need different garbage. I don't know. I don't know, but
This is
something needs to change.
so. Let me ask you this: do you think bringing Carlson in was a good idea? No, I
It
don't feel
was
like I don't feel like we like lost anything. That wasn't the thing. Was he the guy to bring in?
the reason why they kept Letang and Malkin was to sell tickets, to have an attraction.
So Carlson's
Um,
an attraction.
Carlson is yes, Carlson is an
Not a good
extension
one.
of that. We are a team of stars. We're getting another star. You know what you're getting with Carlson. You're getting a highly offensive defenseman that, by the way, even though defense is in his dang name, he does not play defense. And so don't be surprised when the dude that doesn't play defense is not playing defense. You're getting what you asked for. It wouldn't be nice if he actually contributed some offense, but here we are.
Would Carlson have passed that puck to an empty net?
Um
At this point, I don't think it mattered who it was. It was happening.
he's such an offensive defenseman that yes, he would slap shot it into the empty net. It's like, oh my God, I could get a
He's
goal here.
bypassing Malkin. He's not giving Malkin any.
Yeah.
I on paper, you look at this team on paper, it's pretty good, pretty heavy, like heavy, right? And it's not clicking. But nothing seems to like they shake up a little things. They haven't really shook up the power play, have they?
Oh God, no. Oh no. We
It's like
can't. The power play is literally 31st in the league. Only Chicago, who lost their only good player, is worse than the Penguins on the
wait,
power play. But
Chicago
no, we
lost
can't
Corey
make
Perry.
any changes. What did you say?
Corey Perry.
Corey, don't get me started on that too. On that mofo, literally. But
Oh geez, now.
but yeah, that's the other thing. They need to just change the power play. And you know who was a big problem on that power play? Malkin. But we can't take him off the power play because then somebody might get hit, their feelings hurt. And
Listen,
that's another big part of this.
when I get poisoned, you can tell it was the Russians. Because I started this anti-Malkin brigade. I can accept the fact that Malkin and Letang are there for ever. I can accept Carlson's there forever. But at this point, you're in. This is the weird problem, is because they're in that weird purgatory. It's not like they're basement dwellers. They're not vying for a first draft pick, and it's not like they're locked on to the Stanley Cup. They're in this thing that you don't want to shake stuff up too much because you might still squeak in like the Steelers right at the end there and squeak into a like wild card spot. If they had more, like I'll say this, and like I don't even know how many games, because they're not playing. It's like they're never playing. In the next like 10 games, if they don't win seven games, I feel like, now I didn't do the math, so don't like quote me because I'm terrible at math. But I feel like if they would lose like 7 of these games or whatever, okay, out of the next 10, you're pretty screwed. And at that point, I just start shaking up everything. Just make it as terrible as possible, because then you're starting to get into the beginning of February. You can see how stuff shakes out, and you can start making trades before the deadline.
The deadline, the All-Star game
March.
is February 3rd.
Yes.
The
I had to look that up.
the trade deadline is like
March
first
8th?
week in March or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's like March 8th.
but by that time it'll be too late. We're already approaching too late.
Yes, but they're still like in that weird cusp. Like they're still like 4 points
They're
out of a
still
wild
close. They're
card.
still
And that's
close.
why I'm like, I am fully on board. Take Malkin off the power play. Shake it up, because the power play sucks. And if they're not doing anything, having Malkin on there or not, or having it however it is now or not, isn't going to change. Like, it's just, they're still going to suck. You throw someone up there, good God, a Jeff Carter, a Lars, whatever, shake it up, make it different. If it works, hell yeah, you struck like lightning struck, baby, right? If it doesn't work, well, it wasn't working before, so it's a no loss. But I'm saying in the next few games, if they're not winning the majority of the next 10 games, you gotta go drastic at that point.
What card games do you think Malkin plays? Like, what do you think he does for activities? Because when I
Russian
find
roulette.
it, when I
Russian roulette every time.
Hey, no, but when he, like, because I'm gonna look for nursing for retirement homes for him. So I
Uno,
want to,
big card game. It's like this big. You know, the one you have. Right?
because of my eyesight. Yeah, I don't know, the your boy Raw, he said
My boy? Who?
Raw, the
Oh, my
coach.
boy. Ah, yeah.
He said, and the Islanders are 3 points ahead of the Penguins right now, so they're basically in
And
a
they were
same.
losing.
Yeah, they
Terrible. And they
haven't.
fired their
um,
coach, got in won, like won the first game.
um, but he said every game going forward is a playoff game, and that's how the Penguins need to
Every game
approach it.
forward is the Stanley Cup Finals Game 7 overtime, and you shall play as such.
But that's the problem. The problem is, if they played playoff hockey every game, they'd be fine. You know what they did when they went to that game you went against Seattle? They played playoff hockey. They played a defensive game and happened to take advantage of opportunities. Not this regular Penguins globetrotting crap.
Oh, they're playing like it's the preseason exhibition game. Like
Yeah.
they don't care. Like it was
Yeah.
the exhibition game for Hockeyville down in Johnstown. Let's show us off. Look at us. They ain't playing. They don't care. And here's my thing. Not that I'm rich, okay, and I'm poor. Why would I spend any extra money that I have? February the 18th aside, why would I spend any money to go see them? To go put money to go watch them half-heartedly play? And I understand not every game can be a winner, and not every time. Like, I'm not harping on it because it's like you always have bad games and bad times, but they don't care.
That's a
So
great
as a
point.
fan, why should I care? Why should I be spending $100 and some dollars? Why should I be spending $50 to drive over there, 20 some to park, 80 for a ticket to sit there on a $20 beer I stole off the dude in front of me? Why should I be spending that? You know exactly. They left it behind. They left it behind.
And you drank it?
Buddy, it was still, remember? It was still closed. That Blue Moon, the full
No, I don't
can.
remember that. I don't.
Yes, you
Oh, it was a can.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Why would
um,
I spend my money on a team that don't care? I'll go to Wilkes-Barre. At least it's more fun.
Yeah.
It's farther away. It's less expensive, sort of in the long run. It's about the same. But like, that's some good hockey still up there.
Yeah. And that's the thing. They did this to get people to still come, and that might actually make people not come, because not only it's maybe they'll try, we don't know whether they'll try or not try or whatever, but if they suck, if they're like terrible in the standings and not going to make the playoffs, nobody's going to show up to see that.
So back in the drought of when it was Yager carrying the team, and attendance wasn't very high and they weren't that great, I would still watch them. I would have still gone had I been able to go at the time, because that was a team that still was fun to watch and tried. I don't think I could go to a losing team and I can go watch them play. I don't care. I've gone to crappy teams and watched them because they still tried. I
Right.
don't feel like they're trying. I don't feel like you're even listening. It's fantastic.
I'm sorry. What did you say? I wasn't listening. Um, no,
Oh God.
no, it's I don't know. I don't know. They're at such a crossroads. I don't know what Dubas is going to do. If he's going to do anything, I don't know.
But here's
This
the
is
bad thing.
unbelievable.
Another bad thing is you, like you said, aside from two people, we're hogtied on what we have and what we can do.
Yeah.
So moving some people might be able to be done because Dubas is a wizard sometimes. But this also sets us up for how many more years of how many of the same people and the same mindset. Because you can't, well, okay, yes, we got Malkin and all of them. That's locked up, understood. But then what? Are you going to keep Gensel? Are you going to sign him to a no trade? You got this guy here to a no trade. You got him on a limited trade. For how many years are we hogtied with the same people that we can't get rid of? And if you're a losing team, it's not always easy to you're trading, I hate to say trash, because I don't think these guys are trash. I just think that there's something inherently wrong with the culture. But you to get rid of trash to bring in another trashy piece and hope that trash piece is a treasure, like with
Yeah.
all this isn't just right now. This is like the next few years. And this is why, and I hate to fire a coach just to fire a coach, and I never usually blame the coach, and I didn't blame Johnston either. But that's why I think that it starts with the shakeup from above and then the little pieces that you can snap in. Somebody out there is a coach sitting at home going, well, if you just change this person to this person and do that, I bet you it would click. And it might not, or it might click because it was somebody else saying it and not the same guy who's had the same plays for the same 5 years.
That they've completely tuned out. Who was the wrestler that said enough is enough and it's time for a change?
Owen Hart, right?
Very good. Very good.
I'm a black card. Just talking.
Yeah, enough is enough and it's time for a change. That's basically it. Whether they'll make that change, we'll see. But it ain't working the way it is. It just isn't working. I don't care. Trade Jansen Harkins or something. Trade some dude. Shoot a hostage. I don't care. Just do something.
Is the Russians in the room with you right now?
They're off camera.
I'm scared. You're like really amped. No, a loss to Arizona would have been fine. A 3-2 loss, whatever. They could have lost 4-2. I hate it's again. It was the scoring on your own team that kind of just went. This is the icing on the cake. It wasn't a bad game. It's a whole bad team. Just everything is falling apart.
And it just deflated the whole team. Now, they've had 2 embarrassing situations. It was a disaster in the desert. Now, they have Friday, they play Florida, and Saturday, they play Montreal. So we'll see what happens. And then is that it until the All-Star game? Yeah. Yeah, and then the All-Star weekend is February 3rd. So this is it. So this is it. You have 2 more chances because guess who's all going to the All-Star game? Kyle Dubas will be there. All the other GMs will be there.
Talking, shaking hands, making deals.
Shaking hands. It's like I
shaking
really
babies and kissing hands.
So you know what? We might have to shoot a hostage. Chad Ruedel, get out of here.
Poor man, I forget he exists. What about Marcus Patterson? Why would we go? Why is
have you realized that Riley Smith is on the team, or are you still not aware of his existence?
We do.
Exactly.
Like, we could get rid of him.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
He's even there. You know, I hope that we had. I just wish they would have played a game before we talked, because if that would have happened, I feel like maybe we could have felt a little bit better. I feel like this was a really downer, I don't know, episode situation. I feel like this is really like, and I will never not be a Penguins fan, but I'm sad that it seems so dire and what happened. Yes, I can understand the first few weeks there, everybody's got to click. And we were all very like, even a couple weeks ago, we were still kind of optimistic. And it was like the goal that killed everyone's heart.
Yeah.
Thank you, Latang Malkin. Plus minus
You know
another one.
what? You know what? I think I know what happened with that own goal. It was Papa Shango. Papa Shango used his voodoo.
You leave Papa Shango out of this. He's my boy.
Papa Shango messed up the Ultimate Warrior, and I think he messed up the Pittsburgh Penguins. They
The
need.
Ultimate Warrior probably deserved it.
He kind of did. We need who defeated who defeated Papa Shango though? Was it the Macho Man? I don't know if anybody defeated Papa Shango. I don't remember him.
My friend, I don't know. I was at the tail end of Papa Shango in the beginning of The Godfather.
Yeah,
That's
that's
my
what
boy
the Penguins need. The Penguins need some
No, what the
hose.
Penguins need is the referees to look away and Steve Austin get eliminated, but slip back in the ring, and all of a sudden, it's the Penguins, baby. They're back because Gary
And
Bettman wasn't working,
eliminate,
and they might have been
eliminate,
eliminated, but suddenly
eliminate.
Austin,
Who do you eliminate? Is that how he defeated Bret Hart? Bret Hitman Hart? Okay, okay, we're getting out of here. We're done. We're done. We're not now.
Royal Rumble '97, baby.
Royal Rumble. Okay, bye.